There we go. Yeah. Okay, perfect. There we go.
It's the kind of basic subject behind all the others. If you get that one, then the other subjects are very.
All our stories are about a journey. And they are a journey in search of three things: love, relationships, and happiness.
Is there a particular time in the last 35 years where you've felt like Manresa as a place has really been flourishing, where it's like, this is what this place was made for?
I see the Jesuit charism is excessively focused on action. I think it's a lot more. I think we've lost to a large degree the contemplative element. We are contemplatives in action. Even about 10 years after Ignatius died, we moved from a contemplative model to what Brian O'Leary in one of his great articles calls the ascetical model. And the Jesuits kind of followed that mode of being obedient to men and being very active. And we got our significance in a sense from the apostles we did. Doing the will of God is things you do for God, or is it something God wants to do for you? Is it a plan God has for you? If the will of God is a plan. The ascetical model would say it's doing the will of God, in other words, doing things for God. The other model would say, the contemplative model would say, it's God plan for us, to disclose himself to us. So I suppose the intent of my life now is, how do we retrieve that and pass it on to people like yourselves? Life is largely taking in that love and being contemplative. It's that gives you the energy to go out and be active. Because I think that's what we should be primarily doing here, teaching people how to pray, how to be contemplatives. Survey done here, in 1983, of various surveys of religious practice in Ireland, and he came up with the conclusion that the kind of institutional church is very strong. The intellectual one, by now, I think it's more widespread, but the weak one is the experiential. I suppose going from your experience and letting God talk to your experience and getting your whole person involved, your heart, soul, mind and strength in the way you pray. That's the way Ignatius would kind of work with you. He'd start at the memory, then the mind, but largely with the heart. The exercises really are about an intimate relationship with Jesus that's based on a developing capacity to converse with him as a friend speaks to a friend. This contemplative element needs to be kind of stressed and needs to be really gone after in a very serious way. And I think that's the role of this place. I said at a meeting recently there that the spiritual director's course is just marvelous for that. It gives people a very profound experience of prayer. I think that's what they do mainly then when they go out and they teach other people to pray. That's one of the great things we do. St. Francis, he wanted people to have a garden in the convent, not to grow vegetables, not to be a functional garden, but just to experience beauty. I wanted to make the place beautiful for people. That outside they would experience kind of colour and beauty, and we felt that love was primarily delight, primarily something we receive, kind of taste, and then that gives us the energy to love and to be active in that loving.